Hi everyone, and a happy Monday, Tuesday. Let's be clear. Yeah, It's just I've said before. General consensus. My schedule for when I get the videos out is usually Monday and Wednesday in an average week. But one Monday I'm very busy. I work early and I have other plans just set throughout the day, so my schedule's a little busy. So it's usually the general consensus I get it out on a Tuesday. But I still get the two out. And our Monday one, and that's Domino in the background. She's chewing on the leftovers of a roll of wrapping paper. Comes to us from Muna Bista, who asked the question, who will win in a fight, Scarlet Witch or the Vision? Now, it's actually going to be the same answer regardless of which one you go with. But if you go, it'd be either the movie counterparts or the actual comic counterparts. If you go with the movie counterparts, Vision was created. He's a bioorganic, or he's an artificially organically. What's the best way to put it? Artificial biological cyborg, because he does have biological components mixed in with vibranium body, more or less. He's a technopath. He's basically got the mind configuration of Jarvis turned even more into an individualized creation, the Vision. Hence why he's played by Paul Bettany. He's capable of phasing, incredible strong flight, capable of. He's composed of some nanites as well, so that's why he's able to form the cape. I'm trying to think of a couple other abilities demonstrated in the minus the Mind Stone in the movies. Phasing again. Phasing is one of the big ones. Super strength, durability, flight. Those are like the big main ones he seems to have. Plus, highly intelligent. He's very logical thinking. He's trying to process emotions or figure out human emotions on a better scale. But of course, he also has the Mind Stone in him, which the Mind Stone, for those of you who don't know, is among the Infinity Stones, Infinity Gems, and it. At full capacity, you can read minds, control minds, all that things. That's why you see Loki controlling people in the Avenger movie with the Scepter, because the Mind Stones in there and gave him that ability. But when used in the Vision, he can he burned Ultron out of the internet, but that taxed him a bit to do so. We never actually see him really using any of the Mind Stone abilities, probably because he doesn't know how to tap into any of them. But he's capable of just harnessing the raw energy of the Mind Stone to create a concentrated beam of energy. Scarlet Witch in the MCU is that now we know that her and Quicksilver somehow got their abilities from the Mind Stone from Baron von Strucker doing experiments on them. We don't know exactly how that happened, but they were able to do that. Her abilities are not truly defined they're not truly defined in any real medium. But in the MCU particularly, it's not really made clear what her abilities are. She has, because in the comics she has like hex magic. She has probability manipulation. She's actually basically a reality warper in many ways. In the MCU, she's definitely powered down. She's got telekinesis for sure. She's capable of manipulating minds. She's capable of incinerating robots, because when she just raged out against the Ultron bots, she just incinerated them. So she's capable of levitation. So she's very capable in her abilities. Now, I'm going to stop right there before we go into the comics version. If this fight goes down, the thing is, because we got to go with the most realistic scenario, and this fight technically already happened in Civil War. And when Hawkeye goes to recruit Scarlet Witch, she initially refuses. Vision comes, beats the crap out of Barton pretty much. She's like, yeah, you can't beat me. Nope, but she can. And then she just bitches him out. She's like, nope, I'm leaving. She uses her power to pretty much just manipulate the Mind Stone to a degree and just throw him God knows how far down to the earth. Took him a while to get back up there. So she whipped his ass. Now, to be fair, if it's just a neutral fight where like they met for the first time, they have to fight each other, the Vision would win. The Vision would win because he could easily just quickly phase through her, knock her out, or just blast her. And I don't know if her energy shield is strong enough to stand the energy blast of an Infinity Stone. So that's a hard thing to say, but I would say that on a neutral ground, the Vision would win because his powers are he's just overall stronger and more. I gotta take her out quick. Plus, he can avoid her easier. But in the realistic scenario, which I put these fights in, she wins because she won in the realistic scenario that happened in Civil War. She doesn't win all the time, but she won that fight. So, I mean, in the MCU versions, I say 80% of the time she wins because because of their connection to each other in a realistic fight. In a neutral ground, I'd say the Vision wins about 70% of the time because he's just got more abilities to evade her, deal more damage, and overall win. And plus, she's not aware of, on a neutral ground, she wouldn't be aware of the Infinity Stone, the fact that her powers came from her or anything like that. So she would have to, she wouldn't know to target that. However, when you go with the comic versions of them, it is a slightly different matter. Again, Vision all of his abilities stay present, except he does not have an Infinity Stone in his head, or gem, depending on your interpretation of that comic lore. He doesn't have that in his head. He can produce an energy blast from his head, which can become like a pin. Like he can control the size of it, and it can go from just really hot to burned hole through steel kind of hot. Superior strength though. His strength is not as impressive as a lot of the other characters. He's still pretty strong. He can fly at a pretty fast rate, but nothing amazing. But again, as I was saying previously in the video, in the Marvel Universe, Scarlet Witch was, I think, either an Omega or Alpha level threat. Now I don't know all the stages, but there's stages of threat that you are as a mutant. I don't remember the actual grade. I know there's if we're going by tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An Omega level mutant, I believe, is the second highest you go. I believe. You can correct me on that, comic guys. I think Omega is the second, because I think there's Alpha level mutants. It's either Alpha or Omega. Get the Alpha or Omega. I believe Scarlet Witch would be classified as an Omega level, because she was, I believe it's, oh god, what was the name of the story arc? Someone tell me. Where she pretty much just said, no more mutants, and wiped out 99% of the mutant population in the world. There was like 200 or 300 mutants left in the world. M-Day, that was it. So yeah, her hex powers are and probability manipulation are to the point where she literally just said, no more mutants, and wiped out nearly the entire populations of mutants in the entire world. She didn't kill them. She took away their powers. Now, later on, mutants did regain their powers, but point being that her abilities are on a level that you need reality warping abilities, cosmic level abilities to kind of counter that, to counter her abilities. So, or mystical abilities on a grand, like Doctor Strange level abilities on a grand scale, which, again, I can't confirm or deny who would win that fight because someone has actually suggested that fight to me, and I haven't gotten to that fight. I'll get to that at another point in time whenever I get to it. But yeah, it's... now, granted, again, a realistic scenario, when they fight, they would be in conflict with each other. They don't want to hurt each other because they have a relationship in the comics. They've even had kids in the comics. Magic android babies, everyone. So it's difficult to say. But I would still go Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is just, comparatively, they're both extremely powerful individuals. But comparing to, here's Vision. Or if Vision's right here, and if Vision's a really powerful guy, he could beat Captain America, he could give individuals like Thor a good fight. If Vision is here, Scarlet Witch stands there in terms of her power. She is well beyond his power. But their relationship makes the fight difficult for each other. And because his brain works on a more logical scale, logical scale, and a logical way of thinking, it's tough. But I would possibly give it more towards him. I gotta take it back. I think it's, because I said it'd be the same in both regards. I do think it's still Scarlet Witch from the sheer level of her power. And if she just has had it with Vision, Vision's not going down, so she's just freaking had it with him. It's nope, wiping you out. It's no more love. And then just rips his heart out or something like that. She's gonna win. Now, again, scenario where he can win, absolutely. Scenario where he maybe phases through it and just knocks her out, absolutely, I can see that happening. But in terms of an actual fight, Vision don't have a lot that can go. He could stay intangible for a little bit, maybe that'll do something. But again, because she's got hex powers and manipulates probability in many ways and things along those lines, she could get around the phasing ability, honestly. She could get around his incorporeal form. So, yeah, I gotta go Scarlet Witch in both these scenarios. And I think both these scenarios, it's pretty much the same percentages. Like, I think 90% over, or no, 80% overall. In the fight on the realistic scale. On neutral grounds, about... See, on the neutral ground, that's the one, because I said it's about 70% in Vision's favor on the neutral ground of the MCU. I don't know if that's the same case in the comics, honestly. I might go more like... I might go 60% in the comics, because, again, and that has to go with the fact that Scarlet Witch is vastly depowered in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, whereas she's not in the comic book. So, because she's stronger in the comic universe than the MCU, I gotta give her a Vision a smaller percentage, but I think he still wins. And Diamond's got her squeaky. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas of who would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if. Anything to do with the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to it at some point. I'll be back, not later tonight, but I'll have a who would win up tomorrow. So thanks for watching. I'll see you.